top. We was down for a minute, but we on top. We major. Big win. Big win. On top. Had to climb up from the bottom, now we on top. On top. On top. We was down for a minute, but we on top.
Hey, y'all already know what time it is. Hey, Daddy, that crazy people back on live again. Y'all already know what time it is. This is time for another dope episode of Live with DJ Steady and Company, and this is the Artist Lounge. When we talk to artists across the globe, find out, they likes and dislike about music, stream some of their tracks, get to know who they are, make sure that, you want to put them into your shuffle. So y'all sit back, relax, and guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Look who I went and found hiding underneath a rock, ladies and gentlemen. Look who I was able to bring to the surface with with the surface dwellers. I got the legend, the icon. You know what I'm saying? She has such an alluring hour when she do her thing. So why not come bring some of that little sprinkle of that little dust over here and collaborate with yours truly? Mr. Laura D's in the building. How you doing, beloved?
Bro, I can't. Can you hear me?
You ain't hear nothing I just
You
said, huh?
can't hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Man, hold on 1 second.
I just dropped this really dope ass intro, and you ain't hear none of that.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
I'm going to leave and come back.
Okay. Well, all right. We're getting a little rough patch. Don't worry about it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let that ruffle your feathers. We still here. We still live. We still gonna talk to the people. How y'all doing today? You know what I'm saying? If you're on your way home from work, you know what I'm saying? Then we glad you stopped by. If you just chilling and you bored at the house, we glad you stopped by. If you just looking to see what the hell this dreadhead be talking about, then again, I'm glad you stopped by. I do my thing. We're gonna bring our guests on real quick. But until then, we're gonna rock it up. Let's see. We got Laura back in the booth. Let's try this again.
I'm trying to figure out how we had a whole conversation and then go live and then we can't hear each other. It's like StreamYard, don't be trying to act funny now that Laura back.
You feel me? Like, don't be doing her like that.
Right.
I don't be appreciating.
Right.
Hey,
For
bro.
real. Like, that girl back.
You feel me? Back. How does it feel?
Back.
How are you doing mentally? How has your journey been treating you?
I think I'm getting there. It's, you know how it be some days up, some days down, but I won't complain. You
That's
know,
right.
I'm rusty. I'm trying to get back in it, get back at it, get back pro status like you, my brother.
And you gonna do it. It's just that old saying. It's just like riding a bike. I feel like once you pick up the mic, you
Right?
blow the little dust off, give it a little spit shine. Yeah, you'll be back in this in no time.
Yes, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm coming to you guys from out of my car. But listen, I heard you had a dope artist on this week, and I'm so excited because you always be having those artists with music that no one be knowing about, and then they come on here and their music really get popping. I'm so excited.
You dig?
Yes.
That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? So before we bring him in, ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to take a minute to say happy birthday to hip hop this week. 52. Hip hop has reached 52 years old this week.
Wow, that's amazing. The culture,
Right.
man.
The right. Can we just talk about it?
Yes.
Can we just talk about how we went from Kango hats and Adidas, gold chains, graffiti walls.
Bro, bring bring back the Kangos.
you
Yes.
know, big ass gold chain on,
Mm-hmm.
gold ass rings, like the real all
Ooh,
gold
LL.
everything.
All I hear is LL.
You know,
Ladies love Cool J.
one of the founding fathers of hip hop. Salute to that guy. For his contributions to hip hop.
Amen.
And I
Yes,
was sitting
sir.
back. So my question I'm gonna throw out here for the duration of the show, like, what was your favorite era of hip hop? Like, me being the '90s baby, you know what I'm saying? I came in right after the deaths of like Biggie and Pop. So you know what I'm saying? For me, knowing about them, they had already been, unalive to really know,
Mm.
but I know the impact, the tremendous impact. But for me personally, I'm gonna say them 2000s eras of hip hop was that just that moment. I was
Time for
into
the
the big,
2000.
the big ass tees, the baggy jeans, everything. You had
The
Air Forces
the
that
the
went with
the,
every outfit.
the Nelly era.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm from that back when back when it was cool to rock throwback jerseys.
Say less. Listen, when you was a if you was a female, I'm about to say when you was a female, that too. But even they had the females rocking the jerseys. Man, I ain't gonna lie, the corniest stuff was having the female rocking the Nike heels. I hated them shoes. I would never wear them. But yeah, you had the fitted caps with your favorite team. You had the really baggy jersey. You know how Chingy say right there. He made that popular.
Bro, like right. I was telling my friend, I said, you remember how segregated lunch used to be at that time period? Because, you had the side that wore the cash money chain and the side that wore them no limit tanks. And it really divided us in lunch.
Period. Nah, real talk. Cause no limit. No limit. For sure. I'm a no limit soldier. I thought I told ya.
Hey, see, you know what I'm saying? It was that made you love the grit and the grind and just
Mm-hmm.
seeing, as Andre 3000 said it, the South got something to say. When you watch two monumental giants from both East and West Coast, you know what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
built this giant mega system of hip hop, but then you watch it now and how it's continuously going. It's been on the slope,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I was sitting here again doing studies, and you realize all the artists that me and you can relate to for our era and our moment have reached that OG status now. Like they senior
They
rappers
senior
now.
citizens. And I ain't too far
Right.
behind. Like, what the hell? What the hell?
I have to remind myself, like, you do realize you get older
Right.
too,
Well,
right?
hold on, wait a minute. I wasn't hold on. Fountain of Youth.
You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how to get back to Sesame Street.
Period.
If you know what I mean.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean.
Is it
Yes.
right? But I just want to put that out there to the people. But we gotta bring this dope artist on and let them come through. We gotta bring them to the people. You know what I'm saying? So as we leave our rappers in the past, because we trying to be in the present, we're gonna chop it up with this little rapper called
All
The
right.
Future.
Let's usher in the
You feel
future.
me? Right here.
Yes.
You dig?
I dig it.
Yo, yo.
Hey, welcome, welcome,
What's happening?
welcome.
How y'all doing?
Hey, I'm blessed, my
Doing
brother. How
good. No complaints.
Dope, dope.
Yeah. Say something again. Won't you say something again?
Can you hear me? Yo,
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
you can hear me? Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't hear you for a second. I think it's on my end. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh no, you
Okay.
good.
Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, thank y'all for having me. It's definitely an honor to be on the show.
Likewise, it's a pleasure to have you on, and talk to the world about your version of hip hop. Like, we as you may have heard behind the scenes of us talking about hip hop being 52 years old. Like, what does hip hop mean to you in today's time?
Um, yeah, I was listening in, and I'm the same. I'm a '90s baby. So that 2000s era is prime era for me. That was teenage years, becoming a man. So the Waynes, the TIs, the uh
Right.
just that whole era, like you said, the Cash Money, No Limit. Man, that was just a different time to be alive. I don't think people really understand, like, that's prime hip hop. Like, I agree with y'all. I don't think there's a better era of hip hop than the 2000s, man. And hip hop, what it mean to me, man, it means everything. Like, it's the reason why I do what I do, how I carry myself. Um, hip hop it is the culture. It's the black culture. Um, it represents so much, man, in so many different ways because it's not just the music, man. It's the fashion, the dancing,
Right.
just the way of
Mm-hmm.
life, the way we carry ourselves, uh, the way we talk, the way we communicate with each other, the way we can tell stories to the world that only people from our culture would even be able to resonate with. Um, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for me, hip hop is everything, man. Once I found hip hop, I there was no other love. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was it.
Yeah.
I hear you. So I'm gonna ask you. I have to ask this question because you are a battle rapper, and we're talking about the era of hip hop that is the most relevant. I ain't gonna hold you. It's the most relevant.
Right.
So there's always been the question of who ran hip hop. Was it the South Coast?
Hmm.
Who dominated hip hop in that era? I got people talking about
In
it
the
was West
2000s
Coast.
area,
I'm gonna say the '90s
ooh,
to the 2000s, '99 to 2000s. Yeah,
yeah, in
Mm.
that era. I'm gonna have to go to South. I'm gonna have
the
to go to
South.
South because yeah, because that was you had Jay-Z passing the torch to Wayne, and then, like I mentioned,
Mm,
T.I., your Andre 3000, Outkast,
damn. Yeah.
Ludacris, uh,
Yes.
man, the
UGK.
South was bombing in that era. Like, it was, yeah,
Period.
yeah, the South was bombing in that area. I think it went from the East to the South, and then maybe like the tens, 20s, you could kind of debate between the South and the West. But that
Mm-hmm.
2000s era, I gotta give it to the South. I think all, like, the top five rappers was from the South at that time. Like, so
Yeah.
yeah,
It,
I
it
would
did
have
seem
to I would have to go with that.
it did seem like the South was able to grasp the youth, and you know what? The South had a gimmick. Let me tell you, and their gimmick was
Mm,
big cars, big rims, chopped and screwed. they
yeah,
had they had the fashion, yo. They had the
for
fashion.
sure.
And a lot of people don't give the South the credit that they deserve, but the from the baggy what's those big old pants, those baggy pants, Ludacris coming in that video having all big everything.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I have to give it to the South too.
Yeah, that era,
Yeah.
that definitely the South. Like, you still had the East Coast that was putting up a fight, but a lot of them were kind of, like I said, like the Jays, the Nas, they were kind of on their way out to
Hmm.
retirement. So they wasn't, like, in the forefront. Like, they were still doing their thing, but as far as, like you said, that got the kids' attention. And at that time, man, I'm in high school. So I want to
Hmm.
have my big cars, and I want to have big chains and jewelry, and all the girls want to
Right.
be at the party, twerk. This is where twerking and all that started in the 2000s. Like,
Whistle while you twerk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I can't whistle,
Like you
y'all,
said,
but I tried.
when you hear Cash Money from the 99 2000, you
And
already
no,
know that the
you
whole,
aren't arching your
I
back.
promise you, the whole floor about to go crazy. Everybody, there's nobody standing on the wall. All the girls is on the floor, and all the guys is on the floor trying to get a dance with one of the girls. Like, so it was, that was a different time, man. That
That's
was,
true.
whew. Yeah. So I definitely would
That's
have to
true
go with the
because
South.
that song, yeah, and that song, what was it called? Back that ass up.
Hmm.
That had grandmas out here twerking. The
Yeah.
grandmothers were twerking to that song.
And even the new
Yeah, it
generation
had the
now,
church ladies
if you
twerking
play that
too.
in the club now, the new generation is still gonna turn up to it. Like that was another thing about the 2000s, is that music is so timeless. Like it's still
Mm.
to this day going. Like you got the younger generation, they doing TikTok reels and Instagram reels to these
Yep.
songs. Like that,
Mm-hmm.
the music
Yep.
from that era was just so timeless. Like, yeah, man, good time.
Mm. So it was. So I want to ask you a few questions about you. First of all, the future. I love that name. You're gonna have to share how you came up with that name. Did you self name yourself or someone gave it to you?
Um, a little bit of both. My original name was Young Future. Um,
Mm.
and you know, everybody knows Future now. You know, March Madness, and so he made his name before I did. You know, and
Mm.
so, but it was a name that was given to me from my peers and from friends, and it came from like me. Well, from what they would say is I kind of always was thinking ahead. I always was looking,
Mm.
you know, for what's next. And then they also got it from 8 Mile. You remember B Makai Pfeiffer? He,
I never
Yeah,
seen the movie.
what?
I know what
You
you're talking
never
about.
seen 8 Mile?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Now I
hold on.
I don't I haven't seen a lot of hood movies. Y'all have to show me some grace. I'm getting hip.
But that's a hip hop. That's a hip hop too. You know, it's a hip hop.
Okay, I'm
You
gonna check
yeah,
it
you
out.
just the it's part of the culture. Like you know, you brung up like battle rap, like that put battle
Hmm.
rap in the eyes of a lot of people. Like battle rap was very underground, very like a very small specific group of
Oh,
people
really?
in art form, and to the and it, almost to an extent it is still a little bit. It's not as mainstream as you know the other aspects of hip hop. But 8 Mile and what Eminem did with that movie really put a lot of spotlight on battle rap and showed that there was value and that there were people out there who would like to see that type of stuff. So 8 Mile was is very like uh it's a monumental movie for battle rap. You know, it's still the only
Okay.
like real battle rap movie we have in hip hop that is, you know, went on a global scale. So uh
Mm. I mean, well, we do have the version of it for Scary Movie.
mm, yeah.
I seen that
Yeah, I got you.
one,
But
but
yeah, that was that you know,
no.
so that was those two things was kind of how I got my name. Cause Makai Pfeiffer,
Mm,
he was his name was Future in the movie for and he was Eminem's best
oh,
friend. And he did a lot of the behind the scenes work of getting Eminem where he needed to go and pushing
need
Eminem
to be
and
okay.
believing in him, you know. So that was the blend of how I got my
I
name.
like
And
that.
then, you know, my
I like
yeah,
that.
my real name is Darren. So, you know, once Future came out with Tony Montana, I think that was like his first big hit. Yeah,
Yeah,
once he
that's correct.
came out with Tony Montana, it was like, okay, I gotta, you know, 'cause I'm not gonna change my name completely, but I gotta do something to separate myself because if not, when people search it, they won't find me.
Yeah,
So
it's not gonna be your
right.
music.
So I
Yeah,
just took
that's
off I
smart.
just took off the young and added the D and that and I actually and then it's kind of like a wordplay, you know what I'm saying? Like the future, but deep,
Hmm.
deep future.
Yeah,
So it was um that's how
I
the name
I
came
like that.
about. Yeah.
I like that.
Very
So
creative.
I'm not familiar with the world of battle rap. So we all hear about a lot of battle rappers. Like now, I ain't gonna lie, I know about Cassidy.
Yeah.
That my homie. I love Cassidy.
Yeah. Shout out to
I
Cassidy.
love Cassidy. Okay, Cassidy be eat. I don't know if I should say eating because that may. Well,
Nah,
Cassidy is fire,
that's a proper
but
battle rap term. You good.
okay, eating. Okay, yeah, he be eating. So what is battle rap to you? Because I when I look at it, it seems like a form of artistry that reaches the core of a person. So from your life, from just you pulling things out of your head, and it just seems like it's a lifestyle. It's not just a hobby or a job. Is what is life? I'm sorry. What is battle rap to you?
Man, battle rap is to me it's the purest form of hip hop, and that's
Mm,
one of the reasons why it remains so underground is because it's very hard to commercialize it.
manufactured.
It's
Yep.
very
Mm-hmm.
hard to get it to like the pop and mainstream type of audience. It's very hard because it's so raw. It's so authentic. You never know
Mm-hmm.
what's gonna happen. Um, but it's the purest form of hip hop for me. Like and it's so competitive. Like that was my favorite type of hip hop was when rappers wanted to be the best. Like now, rappers just want
Mm.
to, they just want to make a fire song and get the clubs
Be
going, get
down.
party, and nobody wants to. That's why we don't have like who's the guy right now in hip hop in this era
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
because nobody is claiming it, nobody wants it, nobody's coming out saying I want to be the best rapper. And from the 90s
Mm-hmm.
to the 2010s, that's what hip hop was. The Jay-Z's, the Nas, the Waynes, then you got the Coles and the Wale's and then the Big Sean's. Like everybody
Mm-hmm.
was flexing they pen and flexing that they was the best. So like battle rap keeps that core of that, and
Mm.
and it's just so it's hard to put into words like exactly uh everything that goes into battle rap. I don't think people really appreciate the art form. I think battle
Mm.
rap has the best writers in the world, hands down. Like there's not like I could get probably if you were to if I named 50 battle rappers, those top 50, I would put them up against the top 10 of all time in just hip hop as far as writing,
Mm.
as far as the skill level of because what we doing in battle rap now, because battle rap now there's no beats. This is a acapella art form, and it's a one time thing. Like you
Mm-hmm.
don't when you make a song, you perform that song and you mess up. Okay, you can hit the stage again and perform it again and get it right. But with battle
Mm-hmm.
rap, once you rap those lines, that's it. You can
And
you
rewrite
yeah, you
them.
can never use those lines again. You only got one time to say it, one time to perform it and present it the right way. Um, and if it
Mm.
doesn't resonate, no matter how good it is or how hard you work to write that line, it's gone. You know,
Mm.
so that's one of those
Yeah.
things where and you got to think every time they're battling, they're creating different material for every opponent you prepare for. and then there's no way
Mm,
to test it out and know for sure how the crowd is gonna resonate. There's no way to know what your opponent is gonna say to you. So it's just the thrill of it. It's the competition. It's really a sport. It's unpredictable.
mm,
So
yeah.
yeah,
And 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 I love that. And when I look at battle rap, what I see is a a culture that can't be uh taken, because with mainstream rap, guess what? Everybody's coming in, everybody's gonna do it. Battle rap is so raw, it's like raw poetry.
yeah,
You can't emulate that, you know?
absolutely.
And it seems like you battle rappers are keeping that to yourselves. And I love that for y'all. I really
Yeah.
do.
Well, there
So,
there are leagues. Like the biggest league is URL, Ultimate Rap League,
mhm,
where ran by Smack and Beasley. They've took battle raps to heights that when I first started getting into battle rap, I didn't even know could be achieved. They've gotten
mm,
battle rap on Netflix. Um, their next event is in London. Um, so
mm,
there is room for it, but it's just the fact of it's a live performance and it can't be
mm.
Right.
duplicated. So that's what makes it so
Nope.
hard to, with a song, with a show, you can book a tour and you can just perform the same songs for, 6 months, going city and city, state to state. But with battle rap, you got that one show, and then you got to book all new battlers and all new matchups and do it again. So I agree that it keeps it pure, but it also keeps us where we can't really,
Here,
you
yeah,
know. So
reach new heights.
exactly.
Right.
So
So, what
And
would you
then
like? What would you like to see for the battle rap world? How do you think you yourself can get your skill set out there to get kind of like Cassidy's level of exposure?
mm, I don't I don't want to say it's impossible, but it's unlikely with the state of the culture right now to
Mm-hmm.
only get known for battle rap. I'm not saying you can't you
Mm.
can't blow, but you have to be doing other things. You have to have other
Yeah.
and even with Cassidy, like a lot of people knew Cassidy from the battle where he battled Freeway, and that kind of
Oh yeah.
that kind of made him popular. But if he would have kept battle rapping after that, he wouldn't have got to. If he
Reach.
wouldn't have did,
Yeah.
come to my hotel with R. Kelly and I'm a
Mm-hmm.
hustler, and if he wouldn't have done
right.
those
Ask
things,
about me, baby.
right? So if he wouldn't have done those things, he would have never been the Cassidy we know today. And if
Mm.
that's what I've picked up from battle rap is that it's an avenue, it's a platform, it's
Yeah.
a showcase for you to show your talent, but it's not the end all be all, and you have to be able to pivot into other avenues, whether that's business, doing music, or putting together your own events and shows or whatever it is, but you got to have something else going on
You're
Right.
right
Because if
about
you
that.
look
You're
at
definitely right
greats
about that.
like Biggie Smalls, Biggie was into the battle
for
rap
sure.
scene before, getting picked up and going that direction. DMX is another
Yep,
one that came from a battle rap background.
absolutely,
And Mystical, if we want to take it back down to the South.
absolutely.
you
Mm-hmm,
know,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, like some of the.
so
And we can't.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say my boy Brother Lynch, but I don't think Brother Lynch did battle rap. I'm not sure if he did battle rap. I think he's more underground.
But yeah, I was gonna say like the bigger names of battle rap today. You have like I don't know if y'all familiar. Are y'all familiar with Hitman Holla?
Yeah.
Of
Okay,
course,
yeah,
yes.
he's but he got that real stardom once he went to Wildin' Out.
Mm-hmm.
Guys like Conceited, Charlie Clips, they
Mm-hmm.
got that stardom when they, but battle rap got them there though. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying? So like it's an avenue, but it can't be the plateau. You know what I'm saying? It
Okay.
can't be the peak.
Yeah. So how did you get started in battle rapping? How did you know that this was something that you could do? Did it start by roasting somebody? Because I was told that battle rap usually is started by you starting to roast somebody and then it just gets out of control.
Well, for me, it started lunchroom, uh, after
Mm.
school, or you in an apartment complex and you supposed to be the nicest rapper. The guy over there swear he the nicest rapper, and then you got people that start egging it up, and then next thing you know, somebody putting a beat on the table and y'all going at it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it started for me, and then once YouTube came out and
Mm-hmm.
the first battle I ever seen was Reed Dollars versus Trigger. It was on YouTube, and there was no beat. They was just face to face acapella,
Mm.
and that's when I was like, whoa, And then I started seeing other guys like Murder Mook, Serious Jones, um, and it was like, oh, this is something. This is something I like because I'm the comp. I love the competition. Like I love that part of for me that's the biggest part. Like I can't have hip hop without I don't like hip hop without the artist feeling like they're the best.
Mm.
And
So you have those little Wayne moments, show me my opponent,
yeah,
and you ready to line them up and knock them
yeah,
down.
like that's
I love
yeah,
that.
and I said that's my era. Like Wayne was my favorite rapper. That 2000s era, Wayne was my favorite rapper, and he let it be known he was the best rapper alive on every song.
He
And
did.
that was one of and Jay-Z as a kid, Jay-Z was my favorite rapper before I really knew what hip hop was, but I just knew of
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z and I heard the songs on the radio and they were dope. And he was the same way. Like I'm the best. Like I'm not coming to be number two. I'm not coming to share a spot with nobody. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to be better than you. And that was that part of hip hop for me is the only way I can listen to hip hop. I'm not saying I can't enjoy artists that's having fun and that's just have other areas of what they do, but you still
Mm-hmm.
can tell when they feel like they're the best though. Like
Yeah.
Wale, I'll give an example. Wale, he makes dope music from the R&B side. I love the poetry he adds in there. I love the content of what he do as far as like he make a lot of songs about black women and empowering black
Mm-hmm.
women and empowering
Mm-hmm.
black
Mm-hmm.
people. But when I hear what he's saying and I hear the confidence in what he's saying, I hear the writing, he still feels like he's the best. I can still feel that energy from him, regardless of the topic. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that's what I want to hear. Like you can make a dance song, but is your lyrics matching the song that you're making? Is the lyrics
Right.
complementing the song you make? 'Cause a lot of times the beat be crazy and they only saying four lines. Like they just repeating the same four lines, and then the hook come back on, and then you know it's a 2 minute song. It's like I know you don't think you could compete with any of the top artists out there
Mm-hmm.
with this type of music. There's no way you could feel that way. So
Right.
that's my thing. I love the competition side of it. So yeah, I will have to. I can't get off of that part of it, like with hip hop for me, because it also speaks to our culture. You know what I'm saying? It speaks
Right.
Yes.
to us
Yes.
feeling like not even feeling like, but the actual truth of us being,
Knowing.
behind and us
Yeah.
being
Knowing. Yeah.
put to the shadows and from what our culture as black people have been through from slavery and on. So we, as black people through the culture, we carry that chip on your shoulder, on our shoulders,
Hmm.
just in
We
life,
we
regardless of hip hop.
yeah,
So I want
we
to hear
turn
that in the
everything.
music.
Yeah, we turn everything that is pain into gain. And I think
For
that's what
sure.
I love about the battle rap world. So let me ask you this. What do you think was your first win as a battle rapper? And how was that moment? Like when did you
Hmm.
recognize you was that
You was
ninja?
Hmm.
that. You hear me?
Um. Okay. So it's two parts to this one
Okay, so
because
you're gonna have to one second. Now while you thinking about that,
okay.
I'm gonna need you to boast. I'm gonna need you to eat. You gonna have to be very, very unhumble. I want you to tell us
Okay. Okay.
about your win.
Okay. Okay. I can do that. I can do that. So there's two parts to this question though because there's two different times because you have battle rap, like I said, where you at high school and
Mm-hmm.
it's fun. There's no there's no like outside crowd and things like that. So, but definitely in high school, I had a battle with a guy, man, and we were in the apartment complex, and he wanted to bet $500 on the battle. So at this time, I didn't have the whole 500. Just just being honest. But I knew I could smoke him. So I let and at this time my partners they know I'm nice, so they chip in for the pot. So now it's a different type of motivation now because I can't lose my partner's money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I can't like that let me know you believe in me. You know what I'm saying? And you invested in my talent.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm coming in there to completely chop your head off. And this won't be close. Like I'm gonna make an example. And that's exactly what I did. I mean, we met at the apartments. Everybody crowded around. They had the camera, and out the gate, just shut the apartments down. Like he couldn't get out a word after a while. Like he was stuttering, stumbling. Like he just knew that I was just the superior rapper. And when you in them situations, you know when you can't win. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And I was just on that timing out the gate where he was not winning that battle. Regardless, there was nothing he was gonna say because I feel that confident in my abilities that I don't think there's any rapper that can beat me. I don't
Okay.
care about stature. I don't care about how many followers and views you got.
That's right.
Because
That's right.
once we on that stage, we got equal opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we once you look me in my eyes, the world don't matter. You gotta look me in my eyes and make me blink my eyes first. And make me feel like you better than me. And you can't do it.
The
So
beast unleashed.
yeah, so that was the first time. But then there comes a time where now I'm like really trying to do this. Now I'm trying to figure out, because you got your friends and the neighborhood, everybody that known you since a kid. So you got
Mm-hmm.
you got them doubts like, okay, what happens when I get in front of people who don't know me? Like, do they
Right.
react the same? Do they still think I'm as nice as I think I am? And so, um, I was last year I was always watching it on YouTube, but I didn't know that there were battle leagues and battle rap events going on in South Carolina where I'm from. So
Okay.
I found a league and I reached out to them and they was like, yo, we do these tryouts for newcomers and we're gonna put you up against a new battler as well. And this'll be your tryout for the league. And it was against a guy named Hard Work, and
Oh, that's a
I
nice name.
destroyed him. I destroyed him. I mean,
Dang, you made him work harder, huh?
yeah, yeah. Like he doesn't even rap anymore.
Hold
Like,
on, wait. Did you
Damn.
retire, bro?
yeah, yeah,
Made light work of hard work, huh?
yeah.
Right. Light work of
I
hard work.
yeah. I've retired a few battlers. But the thing about this battle where I knew is because there was a battler named Joe, and he was like the top battler in that area and for that league. And he had already said, and he has also been on URL with smacking them. Like he's
Mm.
battled the big names. So he was there and he had already told his league, whoever the best newcomer is, I want to give him a shot. So, but I'm not knowing this. I'm just going in there to kill. I shut the building down, and the next day they hit me up like, "Yo, Joe want to battle you," and I was like, "What? Like this my first? Like I just had my first battle on stage, and this is a established guy who's he's got notoriety. He's been on bigger
Oh, he felt
platforms.
threatened.
Yeah, so and that's exactly what he told me. He's like, the you gotta pay attention because that's what a lot of vets do. When they see a new guy coming in, they go ahead and battle him before he figures it out. And
Mm.
so that was his plan, but that plan didn't go the way he planned. You know, um, but don't get me wrong. I won't say I watched him. But
Okay, that's fair. That's
uh,
fair.
yeah, I won't. I'm not. I'm very realistic about my battles. So, um, but we had a great back and forth because we only did one round because
Mm.
so he
I like
wasn't
that.
getting his full pay and all that type of things to do a 3 round battle. He was just giving back to the league and to the rookie. So it was a 1 round battle, and 1 round battles are a lot harder to call. So I did great. He did great.
Mm.
It was a really good 1 round. It was almost like a showcase for me. It was basically a way to show that I could keep up with top competition. Um, but that's how I knew though.
Okay.
That's how I knew I was one of them. When my first battle on stage, I smoked a guy, and then I got called out by the top guy the next day. So it was like, yeah, okay, I'm here. And then from there, it was just, yeah,
Yeah, I definitely been walking around with my head held high with my crown shining.
yeah,
I definitely been feeling myself too.
yeah, for
For
sure.
sure. That's amazing. So I did get to check out a couple of your videos on your IG page. So have you ever, because you nice. I'm not gonna lie, you
I
nice. I
appreciate
like it.
that.
Have you have anyone ever battle rapped you to a point where you had to lay pause on them because they didn't cross some boundaries?
No, no.
Great question.
Um, there has been one or two close occasions of that. Um, but
Oh.
it's just it's the art form, and that's what makes it what it is. And us as
Mm-hmm.
artists, it's just like any other art form. Like for an actor or anything else, like you gotta separate the art from your personal feelings. Now there are
Mm.
certain boundaries that no matter what, I don't care personal or not. Like you're not gonna speak on uh my dead or you know
Mm.
cross no type of lines like that or you could say like general like I'll kill your moms or what I'm saying, but you can't mention her name or you can't mention specifics because we all it's just like a yo mama
Yeah.
joke. When you say a yo mama joke, you're not speaking specifically about that person's mother.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the same type of thing where they might say, I'll kill your mother, I shoot you, shoot up you, or whatever.
I don't know.
But it's
I
it's
don't know
it's not
the future.
personal. It's the
I'm too
art form.
I'm two screws
Nah,
loose.
I feel you, and that's a lot of that's why you have a lot of musicians and artists who are dope that don't do it because they
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
separate the two.
Yeah.
And but that's what makes
Yeah.
what
And
we
it takes a
do
lot to do that.
what it is. Yeah, that's what makes it
Hmm.
that though, because it's so authentic, it's so unfiltered, it's so
Hmm.
unexpected.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you never know. A fight might break off just because somebody might say something too far. You know,
True.
but
Absolutely.
that intensity, that build up, because if you in a crowd and you hear something like that, what you gonna do? You peeking up, oh, what's you know what I'm saying? You wanna look in closer. Is he about to swing? Oh, and then you realize that the guy just waiting his turn, and you thinking what you thinking, like, ain't no way I can sit there and
Mhm.
put up with that.
Yeah.
And but then when you hear the
Yeah.
next person rap, and then it's like he just made everything that other guy said not even matter. You understand
Right.
the art form of it. You understand
Hmm.
that is the essence of what we do. And it is tough
True.
sometimes because guys cross lines, but that's everybody has their own individual boundaries. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you
Right.
have to be able to make your opponent understand your boundaries.
Right.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
Hmm.
there's mutual understandings. Like certain lines you just don't cross. And we all, it's like we all have that ethical type of code where it's like we know what's too far and we
Right.
know what you
Yeah,
shouldn't
we
say.
do.
And that's why I said the main thing is to keep names out of it. Because once
Yeah.
you mention a specific name, that's what makes it personal. That's what makes it,
Oh
or you
yeah.
mention a specific situation someone is going through. That's when you might make it too personal. You might cross certain lines, and you have to respect if that other artist is not okay with that and swing on you, or if not
True.
okay with that and ends the battle. You have to, and it all depends on the battlers that's battling.
Mm.
And their own boundaries. For
Right.
me, it's not
So
really much you can say that's gonna get to me, as long as you don't mention no
okay.
specific names.
Don't be mentioning specific names, or y'all wig might get split. But I do have a question for you.
Yeah, yeah.
So, how important is crowd participation to you when you're battle rapping?
I know I took a little pause there because that
Yeah.
it's one of those
Mm.
things where for me personally, it doesn't matter.
Mm,
But for the viewers, it does.
mm-hmm.
So as an artist, you have to understand that. You have to understand that that's why it's called MC, a master of ceremony.
Mm,
And you have to understand your crowd.
mm, mm.
You have to understand who you rapping in front of, the type of things they want to hear, the type of things that's gonna make them react, and that's a part of it. You could be saying some nice and some fire bars, but it's not resonating with that crowd. And it might still be good to you, but when that viewer watch that on YouTube, if they watching 30 minutes, a 30-minute battle, and you ain't getting no reaction, they're not watching that battle again. And they might not finish watching the whole battle. They might cut it off.
Mm.
And it also matters to the league owners and the businesses. Because see, if I'm paying you to do a show and you got the whole crowd dead, no, what makes me want to pay you what you say you're worth
Right.
if you're not bringing those crowds back in? So that was one of the hardest things I had to learn about battle rap, is because when I watched, me as a viewer, and me as a listener, I'm listening to the raps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm listening to your intricacy, and I don't care if the crowd react to it or not. If I think it's fire, then I think it's fire.
Right.
But you have to understand public perception. So you have to learn to, and that's why I say with battle rap is the where I say the pens of battle rappers are the most elite because it's almost like writing a script or
Mm.
writing a
True.
play or writing
True.
writing is choreography. Is all of that into one. When you say a certain bar, okay, am I gonna be on this side of the crowd when I say it? Am I gonna be looking in my opponent's eyes when I say it, or am I gonna be saying this part to the crowd?
Right.
Am I gonna walk around my opponent when I say this part? Am I gonna get crowd participation during this part? Am I gonna so that's it's a lot that goes into it, but I do think it does matter. So to answer your question, yes. But for me personally, I just enjoy dope lyrics and dope raps and everybody doesn't have that strong delivery where
Right.
you got some guys who can say nothing and make the crowd go crazy because of their personality, because of
Mm-hmm.
how they say it, because of and then you'll have somebody with the most intricate pen in the world and it be quiet. And it'll make it
Mm.
it'll mess with you because you're like, man, I know this guy right here. I know if you put what
Right.
he said down on paper versus what the other guy said down on paper, the guy with the most intricate pen, it's not even close. But then
Mm.
when you add personality, you add energy, you add
Mm.
aura, you add
Mm.
just all of that. Once you add that, and then this guy with the his pen not is elite, but he doing everything else 10 times better than you,
Mm.
and
Right.
he wins that battle.
True.
So yes, so that's why I say yes, it does matter because if you're just doing it for the art and you're doing it for the love, you're not really trying to reach nowhere, then
Mm-hmm.
go out there and just do what feels good for you. But if you're
Right.
trying to get to a certain level, you have to put into consideration what the fans are asking for.
Okay.
You have
So
to.
yes. So I know we have to wrap up soon. So I have a couple more questions that I really, really want to ask you.
Okay.
So, and I want to ask you, out of these three people that I'm about to name, who do you think will be, they're going to be
Mm,
females, who you think would be successful at battle rap?
mm.
Cardi B or
Okay.
Megan Thee
Mhm.
had bring Cash because
Uh,
they be sleeping on my girl Cash.
I would say Megan Thee Stallion. I would say
I vote
Megan Thee
Megan Thee
Stallion.
Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion out of those three
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because I would say Megan and Cardi B. But if I had to pick the top one, I would say Megan Thee Stallion just because she has a certain like oomph
Mm-hmm.
behind when she raps.
She does.
That and it's something it's a lot of when it comes to female battle rap, that's what a lot of the females are missing is the conviction
Mm.
behind what they're saying because there's some women are just so ladylike and they're so naturally
Mm-hmm.
soft women, but that doesn't mean they're not dope. But when they saying they gonna kill or stab or I gotta feel you when you say that though. I gotta believe you when you say it. I mean, it could be dope, but I gotta believe you.
Right.
And I feel like Megan Thee Stallion has that presence when she raps. Like I believe what she's saying.
Mm.
And Cardi B has that too, though. And yeah, but I would out of those three, I would pick Megan as would be the top one to be the most successful,
DJ, who would you pick?
just because of her conviction and delivery.
Mm,
I vote Megan. Megan just because of her energy, right? Her
Yeah.
grit, and with her being coming from the Texas Southern background, you know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Like she's used to having that
Yeah.
thick skin in this industry. So I would definitely say Meg got what it takes.
I would give it to Megan too. I would vote for Megan and Cash. Um, the way Cash raps, I feel like Cash is not on the level of Megan yet, but I feel like she's very close. From the way that she rhymes, the way that she flows, the way that she talks, I feel like she's one of those women who have conviction. I think Cash Doll definitely has conviction. For me, I don't see Cardi battle rapping. I don't think that that's something that she could do. I think that she'll get ate up in the battle rap world. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that she's
I
a
agree, but see,
commercialized rapper.
I think it I think if we gotta if we're talking Cardi before the fame,
Mm-hmm.
that Cardi could be a battle rapper.
Okay.
But the
Mm,
problem now, and that's why a lot of mainstream battlers won't battle, is
mm-hmm.
because their life is so publicized. It's so much material for us to be able to use. It's so much material
Would eat her
for
up.
us to be
Yeah.
able to dissect and break
Right.
down. Yeah, like you on the shade room
Every other
two,
week.
three times a
Right.
week. Like I got so much material to talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Old
saying?
face
Like as
versus new
opposed to, let's
face.
say,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
why a lot of you see a lot of the mainstream battle rappers, they won't cross over to battle rap because it really is kind of an unfair playing field
Yeah.
because of their star status. It's so easier to attack them.
Let me ask you that question. This question. So, Easy the block captain. Um, do you think that he would
Mm,
have been getting eaten? I'm sorry. Do you think the way he got ate up, he wouldn't have been ate up if Remy wasn't who she was? Do you think when the guy, I don't know who the rapper was, when he talked about how Remy got with this lame and this lame, then do you think that man would have been able to? I don't know if he won
yeah,
that, but do you think he would have been able to eat Easy the way he did if Easy wasn't attached to Remy?
no,
Mm,
no, and that's what I mean. That you just proved exactly what I was saying.
mm-hmm.
Like when you attach to a name like that, now battle rap cross. Now you got battle rap on the shade room. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So
Yep.
it's that's what I mean by it's such. It make if we had that accessibility to those type of artists, battle rap would definitely grow
Mm.
Yeah.
because then people could be able to relate a lot more with the topics and things that we would be able to say. Because everybody knows Papoose was married to Remy, and they was
Mm-hmm.
the example of black love. He held her
Yeah.
down while she was in jail. Like that's not something only battle rap know. That's something the world
The
knows. You
world
see what I'm
knows,
saying? So
right?
now the world can resonate with battle rap through that topic. And
Mm.
so yeah, yeah, he wouldn't have been able to get that round off if Easy was just if Easy had just took another woman from a husband,
A
a
random,
normal
yeah.
guy, that round would have never existed.
Mm.
You see what I'm
So
saying?
yeah, I'm gonna be petty because I'm gonna ask you this: do you think him getting them braces changed his battle rap projection? Cause it seems like every word he be rapping now, it's like he just spitting. It doesn't seem like he be struggling to get it out. And I'm like, are the braces cutting your lips, my brother? Cause what the heck? I went from watching how he rapped before the braces to now how he raps
Yeah.
with the braces, and it seems like the braces was supposed to give him confidence, but somehow it took
Mm.
away his confidence in his delivery. No one else
Mm.
noticed that.
No, I have
Go.
that's a good That's a good that's a good observation though. I can't say that for sure because I really didn't pay that
Yeah, you gotta check it out. You're
much attention.
gonna be like, the hell? That's like when Keisha
But
Cole closed her gap. It matters. These things
yeah,
matter.
yeah. No, this
It
is true
matters.
though. But I do think I think Easy handled all of the controversy behind all of those things and the
Mm-hmm.
Remy Ma situation, the situation he had with Papoose, and then all the battlers using it in battles and going viral for it. I think he
Mm-hmm.
handled it better than any other battle rapper could have.
I give them that.
Because when I say I I've never seen battle rap turn into a reality show the way it did when this whole Remy and
Mm-hmm.
Easy scandal started. Like from the time it
Right.
started to up until now, it's like watching a reality show. It's
Right.
like
Right.
this happens and then they get in an altercation at this event and then
Real,
now she going back and
real
forth with
battle
Carissa
rap of love
Shields
and hip
and
hop.
it's like, yeah, right.
Yo, that's a
So
concept.
but
That's a concept.
I think he
Stop.
for
We don't
real
need no
though.
more love and hip hop. Nothing.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
But I think he handled that better than any battler could have,
Mm,
because that would have retired a lot of battlers.
mm,
Like that would have been no return, no bounce back.
right.
Um, but the I think the genius thing he did was created his own league.
Yeah.
So every time he has those type of scandals and things, he can just book himself.
Right. True. True.
As opposed to when you don't own a league, man, and you get hit with one of them type of rounds, and you might not get a call back,
That's
or it
true.
might be 6 months, a year before you get a call back, and then it might not be the same level of opportunity you was. It might demote you a little bit, but see,
Mm-hmm.
he can just book another person that's on his level or
Right.
higher.
Right.
So that I think that saved him, but he did it. He was smart,
He really
and
was.
he handled it well. Yeah.
He really was.
Right. But real,
So,
what you got
go
next?
ahead, DJ.
I was I was gonna say, so utilizing that and talking about the present state of battle rap and versus main street artists, I'm gonna bring up the most controversial, relevant, beef with Drake and Kendrick, and Drake getting
Mm-hmm.
ready to drop a new album. Do you
Right.
think the Drake of today can actually drop something that's gonna make people, you know, feel the energy of who Drizzy Drake was versus they not like us and he kind of, we kind of see why you not like us. Like, what do you stand on that?
um, the thing, well, for me personally, Drake has always been that. As far as he's not 100% like us, but he is a part of the culture, and he's a dope artist. So
Yeah.
Kendrick won the battle for sure. He proved his point. He was strategic. He was surgical, and but out of Drake is at a level now where there's nothing that's gonna kill him. Like there's nothing that's gonna just retire him. You know what I'm saying? Like he makes too many hits. I mean, it just is what it is. It just whether you like it or dislike it, he makes way too many. He knows how to make a hit, and it's not gonna stop. It's just that's who he is,
Yeah.
and honestly, he had some of the best writing in that battle. Like Kendrick was more of a personal attack and good hooks and good stuff to bop to, but Family Matters, man, Drake was
Yeah.
going
Yeah, but we still,
crazy.
but
His
but it's
pen
still want to debate whether
was,
he really fully wrote that himself, though. But I feel like Drake is still going to be.
I mean,
I
yeah,
think Drake is still going to be
I mean,
successful
yeah, you have
because
that.
of the white counterparts, but I don't think in the culture. When we mention culture, I don't think that we are going to really look at him
Mm,
as a part of the culture anymore, because it took for Kendrick to unravel a lot of things and for us be like, you know what, you kind of do favor that part or that side of you a little bit more, and that more is your support system. And
yeah,
then you see how he does the black women that he dates and he deals with. Look how he did Johnny Blaze. He raps of these songs of BBWs, or I like my girl BBW, you know,
yeah.
and then you don't show that, and then you date somebody like Johnny, and then it seems like he's so willing to hurt the black women, but when it comes to the women who look like his mother, he's more than willing to give them grace and love. And for me,
Mm,
hip hop, the men in hip hop that I've known have always shown love to black women. You know, from
that's very
DMX,
true.
from when our era of hip hop, it was mostly black women in rap videos. We didn't see the Erica Menace that much. Now she was in a lot of videos, but it wasn't as whitewashed as it is now. Most
Right.
rappers, they always want a foreign or something. So I think Drake embodies that. But I think that he can't fully be a part of the culture anymore, because like, what are you really doing for the culture? Now we really that at come to shove, you stick with your white base. You're not gonna speak on nothing that matters for our community, and our community help push you. So I think that he's still
Mm,
gonna make music, he's still gonna drop, but his fan
okay.
base is white, and his fan base is gonna spend that money. And I think a lot of black people kind of moved
Okay.
away from
Okay.
that.
Okay. I do agree with you, but my only pushback is that for me, I've always known that about him. I didn't need
Mm.
Kendrick
Okay.
to that. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a kid who was in a wheelchair in Degrassi. This was he was never that, but we
You ain't gonna
accepted
never
him.
live that
You know, and
down.
I'm not just I'm talking about as a culture, we accepted it. Like, you know,
Let's just be honest really quick. We only really let's be honest, since we call him spade spade. We only accepted him because he was signed up under the
but
Yes,
look,
system.
that's
Let's
that's
true.
just be
but that's
honest.
my
That's
He was
point.
true.
on the
That's my point
YMCA
though.
train.
That's my point though. Is it's like for me it's like he been in the game 20 years. Like all this stuff
Right.
that is it's been out there, it's been known, it's been publicized, you know, it
Not a
just
lot of it,
Kendrick
because
really
a lot of people
no,
didn't
I
know.
can't.
I didn't. I feel like
I
maybe
mean,
some
there
of
were
the. I
certain
feel
things
like the
that
men.
Kendrick definitely exposed.
Yeah, I feel like the men knew a lot of things about Drake, but a lot of women, we didn't. I didn't know this. Like a lot of stuff that I found out about the PDF file, I was like, golly, But then we
Yeah,
see these videos of these Instagram girls, and when he was talking to her, and we found out she was really 16, and it's just like, that's just like the same thing with Marcus Houston. Once we found out about him, ain't nobody really want to hear from him again. I still don't want to hear from him.
that's true. But see,
And
We was really over here about to
but
throw
my
this
point
so
is like I stopped
don't
listening to Drake, and like you said, that's why I get your point about the women's side of it
yeah.
because the hip hop heads, we stopped listening to Drake the moment he started, where it was like 70% of his album was singing. Because when he first came out, like you said, he was on the Wayne train. He was rapping. He was, the So Far Gones and those type of he was rapping. But once he got to that level, he was all about hit making. So he
Mm-hmm.
started catering to the women. So like that's why I say
Right.
for me,
Right.
it's not much that has changed. Like I'm not
Right.
gonna the buy. I haven't listened to a Drake album since I don't even know why. Like
I've
because
I've never listened to a Drake album. I'm not gonna lie. When he came with that song, he used to call me on my cell phone. I was done with him then. I was like, what? What?
yeah, but
like,
that's what
I
I
was
but
done.
that's what I was trying to say. Like that's what I was trying to say. Like I I don't think anything's gonna change as far as his success because it wasn't us who was supporting him in the first. We ain't been supporting for like 10 years. Like
Yeah, the
as
black
the
women
black
have.
culture, but
The
the
black women
women
have
and
though.
that I agree with you.
Yes.
That in that
And
part I agree with what you're saying. So
but you know
yeah,
that's why they say he
he's
was
gonna take
having
a
some
hit, but
a
he's
little financial issues too. So that's why he's touring
mm,
so hard. So it definitely affected him. But you know what? Let's move away from BBL Drizzy. I want to talk about you. Let's talk about what you got
okay.
coming up. Let the people know where they can find you, your next upcoming anything that you want the people to know that they do not know. Let us know. Anything that I haven't asked
Okay.
you or DJ haven't asked you, we want to know where we can find you. We want to know when your next battle rap is. We want to know it all. We want to know the tea, honey, all up in your business.
Okay. I got you. I got you. So, one of the first things I really wanna, I'm really excited about is I have an ebook out. It's called
Mm,
Fuel for the Grind, a Hustler's Manifesto. And what it is a 30-day affirmations book where I blend hip hop, the streets, entrepreneurship into a book of motivation and affirmation. So every day it's a 30-day guide. So every day there's a different, you're gonna get a quote, like a lyrical quote. Then you're gonna get kind of a breakdown of that quote and how it relates to hustling and grinding and entrepreneurship. And then at the end of that page, you're gonna get a daily prompt. And it's gonna be, it could be anywhere from like write down 3 things that affected you for this day, and what's your next move. um and it's just different, all 30 days straight of just different things that really keep you motivated and keep you going. And
I
also I
love
got
that.
some exclusive songs in the ebook that you can only get if you have the ebook. um so that's one of the the biggest things I'm excited about that I have actually out right now. And then I have my first project that I'm dropping on all streaming platforms. Is titled GHNS, which is my brand, Grind Hard Never Sleep. But it's my first
Mm,
project that I'm dropping on all streaming platforms. September 13th, it'll be dropping. Super excited about it because I've always dropped singles and songs here and there, but I haven't dropped a project since the mixtape era. So
mm,
this, I'm really excited about it. I'm really big on when I drop projects that it has a cohesive sound and that it flows.
right.
That's why I haven't put out projects, is because I don't like song when it comes to projects. I'm from that era. Like, I want it 1, 2, 3. I want you to play it all the way through. I want you to have a rhythm and
Yeah.
a vibe throughout the whole project. So I'm super excited about this. I work with a producer for the first time named Jordan, and man, he is so talented, man. Like the first day I met him, the engineer, Czar Beats, who's doing the engineering, he introduced me to him, man. He was like, I got this kid, man. He he doesn't work with a lot of artists. He does, and he's a younger guy, but he's like, he don't like the new generation. He doesn't like making music, the cookie cutter music. And he was like, man, I'm telling you, y'all two together in the studio would make magic. And literally, the first day we was in the studio, we made like 2 songs, and then every day we got in the studio, we made a song. Like every time, there's never been a time where we got in the studio and didn't make a song from scratch. Where like,
That's amazing.
yeah, we're like going through sounds and samples together, and then I'm telling them the things I hear, and he's just making it happen. Like this kid is this project, man, is I'm super excited about it, and it's dropping September 13th on all platforms. It's titled GHNS. Um, that I'm super excited for. I just dropped a single that's not on a project, but just like on some uh like a series I'm starting where I kind of flex my pen because when I make music, I
Mm-hmm.
wanna focus on the music. But I still want to have
Right.
those moments where I say I'm the best rapper in the world. So, you know,
As you
yeah,
should.
so it's called Future Flows Part 1, and there's going to be more parts to it, but I just dropped Future Flows Part 1 on all streaming platforms. That beat was also produced by Jordan. So definitely tap in with that. As far as battle rap, I have a battle locked in, but it can't be announced yet. That's kind of like the league's
Okay.
discretion of how it's
Okay.
set up. They announce it on their time. So, but I do have something
Okay.
coming.
So once they announce it,
Oh yeah,
yeah, once they announce it, send it to us so we can share it.
oh yeah, for sure. It'll be in November. That's really all I can say. It'll be in November, but I'm excited about it. It's gonna be a very dope battle. And also get with me for merch. I said Grind Hard Never Sleep is my brand. Right now we got the
And any other
limited
platforms
edition
that you
trucker
want
hats.
everyone to follow.
Yes, at Real D Future on
Hold
pretty
on, now
much
my phone freezing
everything.
up. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
No.
Let this man continue to say what he was saying about his brand.
But yeah, Grind Hard Never Sleep is the brand. And it really just embodies everything that I've been talking about, from the music to the clothing to the ebook to I'm really big on entrepreneurship, and that's I come from a background of hustlers, so you know I'm really big on entrepreneurship and owning something, because the way the
Mm-hmm.
world is, man, we won't get retirement. So, working for
Mm-hmm.
somebody for 40 years and
Mm-hmm.
then waiting on retirement, that is gone. That
Amen.
is not happening.
Amen. Yep.
So I'm really big on owning something, having something that you can call your own and you can put your own time and hours into it. And as far as following me, at Real D Future on pretty much all platforms. Uh, Facebook made me change my name, so it's my real name, Darren Fleming, on Facebook. But every other platform, at Real D Future, and also at Grind Hard Never Sleep on every other platform. We have separate. I have a separate page just for the brand. Um, but yeah, at Real D Future and at Grind Hard Never Sleep on all platforms. You can get the links to the ebook, the links to the trucker hats we have out right now, links to the battles, and yeah, that's
I love it. I love it. Um, I want to thank you for coming on. It was a pleasure having you on. This interview was very dope, very informative. I love that you are from the hip hop era that I'm from. That means we can communicate.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's
Yes,
definitely refreshing. It's
it
definitely
is.
refreshing, like being able to have these conversations with people who understand that
Mhm.
era and understand, the essence of hip hop, and because that gets lost in the new generation, so
Does it
uh
does
but
does
there's a lot of dope new artists too, so I don't want to just keep throwing shade on them, because there are a lot of
right?
dope new artists as well, you know. But
And that's
yeah,
true.
definitely.
I'm gonna hit you up on IG as soon as we get off. I'll hit you in your inbox because I would love to come to a rap battle. You're near me. Wait,
For
you're
sure.
in South Carolina?
Yes.
Which part?
Well, I'm from Lugol, South Carolina. It's a very small city, about 20 minutes from Columbia.
Okay.
Most of my battles though are Columbia, Charleston, and then a lot of times North Carolina, Charlotte area.
I,
You
I
know,
heard Charleston has
Raleigh.
some nice battle rappers out there too, though.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really do. They really do. They really do. It's some dope. It's a lot of dope artists in South Carolina.
Okay.
Um, yeah, for sure. I could name them all day. Like we got it's 20 plus of like really elite battle rappers in South Carolina. Like that could really
Okay.
make some noise. That are already making noise. I don't know if y'all familiar with Swamp. He's super dope.
No,
He's
I'm
been
not.
on URL, all of the bigger platforms, and I've battled him myself. Check that battle out. We had like 20K views last time I checked. The Future verse Swamp. Check that
Okay, I'm
out.
gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, so yeah, man.
All right, I'm gonna pass the torch to the main man himself, DJ. Are you
Every, every,
ready?
every, every.
Yeah.
You hear me? All right, all right. You ladies and gentlemen, we hope y'all got to know a lot about the culture. We know that we talked about battle rap, you know what I'm saying? What made battle rap what it was. I just want to shout out to my man D Future for being a really dope guest. You know what I'm saying? Very informative. It's very rare that you find somebody that can what my boy say from Hustle and Flow. There's those who can talk the talk and those who can
Right.
walk the walk. And then those who can talk the talk can sometimes walk the walk. And you, my fella, is definitely one of them people that can do both.
Hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that for real.
Right. I'm trying to close this out like a Maury show. I want to thank Alora D for coming, hanging out, and being company with DJ Steady. You did, you know what I'm saying? I want to thank my live studio audience for tapping in, clicking that share button, clicking that like, subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, live with DJ Steady and Company. You know what I'm saying? We building a brand for the culture, for the people of raw, unapologetic, real content over here. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do here. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure you go check out my man D Future on all platforms. And make sure y'all still subscribe to Laura D, because she's still doing her thing.
Period. The Lauren Hour Network, y'all. Don't forget.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, I was, like an old Martin show. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the up out of here.
Straight up.
It's been real. But we gotta get out of here because it's time to chill. Be blessed. Good night, everybody.